Welcome to the Full Send Living Show. This week, we're going to give each other random questions without warning.
No warning.
Let's send it. Okay, welcome to the Full Send Living Show. I am Nate Thompson.
Ethan Bricker here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It means the world to us.
A ton.
This little YouTube channel, we're about to launch into the stratosphere.
And we're going to do that because you're going to like it, and you're going to share it, and you're going to hit that bell, and you're going to do all the things that you need to do.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, you guys.
We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thanks for the community of you that are just sharing this with your friends. That's another big thing here. Share it with your friends. That helps YouTube say, hey, whatever's going on over at the Full Sun Living channel, it's hype. People like it. Get it in front of more people. Share it. We like that.
This week is not a lot of, we don't know what the content is really going to be this week because we had the idea to just write down random questions that we're going to ask each other that we don't know the other person's question.
It's going to be exciting. Yeah.
What's also kind of funny is we're learning in real time that our questions
are different.
Completely different.
Different genre. So I'll start it off here. Okay, so I have written down some really pressing questions that I wanted to know about Nate Thompson. And a little bit of, I mean, Katie Thompson might speak up here in the comment section about what she would do in these situations. But,
we'll see.
I mean, let's just start off hard and heavy. Let's just punch this thing. Okay, Nate.
I'm legitimately a little bit nervous about this.
Well, you should be. Here we go. Question one, Nate. Would you slap your wife for $1 million?
Does she know this is happening, or does she not know this is happening?
I don't know. I mean, either way, what would you do? I mean, I think the real question here is, would she be mad at you if you didn't slap her for $1 million?
I feel like she would be, because I feel like she'd be like, we could have did a lot of stuff.
What do you do it? Yeah.
And she knows I don't hit hard. She's seen me hit the heavy bag. Yeah. She's like, she's probably like, I'll be fine.
Actually, let me defend you.
I mean, I feel like for just the greater good.
I'd really like for you to look into the camera when you say this, actually.
I don't know if I
speak to your wife.
I feel like if she was like, you have to. I mean, I don't know. Is it American?
Okay,
is it Canadian?
I've got a briefcase full of $1 million right here, right now.
I feel like if Kate knew this is what was happening, she'd be like, you better.
Yeah.
I'm like putting it on her.
Yeah. Well, it's up to Kate. No, it's up to you.
Ah, man. I feel like
no man wants to admit this.
I would never. I feel like our love is strong enough. I feel like our love is strong enough for any type of like, babe, you know it, that I love you, boo.
So you need to say it. I would.
I can't say it. But I think you know what I would do.
What would you do?
You know what I would do.
You would
I would say, Kate, are you okay with this?
I'm so glad we started with that.
So I think we know. What's
guys.
Your next question? Man, my question is...
On to you.
My questions are terrible.
Your next question.
Okay, this is a lot different than...
than slapping your wife for $1 million.
Slapping your wife. Okay, let me find one that... All right, this is gonna change gears. All right,
We're gonna end up changing gears back and forth. That's fine.
All right. Mine were like real life things that I felt like he had to pull.
Mine are very
real life
not real.
Thoughts, like experiences from. So just go with that in your mind, people. All right, these two kinds of. What was your? I feel like
I just think it's funny hearing you.
All right, what's your weirdest experience while you were traveling somewhere? Like, have you had like?
Oh yeah,
on all of your
I already
travels?
know.
Okay,
so I'm flying to London? No, South Africa. I'm flying to South Africa. I'm watching the movie 103 Hours or whatever that movie is, 106 Hours. It's the movie where the dude gets caught in between a rock. He has to chop his arm off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm watching this movie. I'm like, this is a great movie. This is a real story. This feels real. This is crazy. Okay, so he gets to this part. Basically, in the movie, he's I don't know if he's biking or something like that, but he gets his arm stuck in this like crevasse in the desert of Utah.
I've never seen the movie.
And his arm stuck between a boulder and this thing. He cannot get his arm free. He's stuck, like fully stuck, and he's down in this like crevasse.
For all my American friends, it's a crevice.
Crevice, yes. So
in
this crevasse, he's like way down below. Nobody can find him, and nobody really knows he's missing. And basically, he takes like
they have like a tiny knife.
He takes like
right?
not even a knife. It's just it's brutal. He just takes this piece of like steel and he just cuts his arm off that he had on him. And it's not even a knife. He just like ripping tendons, whatever. And so I'm watching it, and I don't do well with that. Yeah. But I'm like watching it, and I pass out on the plane, like fully watching it, and I full on black out. Yeah, I blacked out on a German lady next to me who was not part of our party. So I pass out on her, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, oh my!" I wake up and I'm shaking because that's whenever I pass out, I shake. And she's like, "You need a doctor? Do you need a doctor?" And I'm like, no doctors. no. I'm just thinking, no, they're going to put an IV in me. And I passed out on her. And so then I'm sitting there, and if you've ever passed out, you get super sweaty. And so now I'm like super sweaty, uncomfortable. And then I'm getting nauseous. Mm-hmm. And that whole plane ride was just the worst plane ride ever. Just because I passed out watching. And usually when I watch movies like that, I'm fine with it because I know it's fake.
Because it's too real.
It was too real.
I saw a movie once where somebody's fingernail got like torn backwards. And it just hit hard. Like, because I was like, oh, that's too real. Like, I was like, oh. Like, there was like, I feel like there were scenes in the movie where people were getting killed and whatever. But man, when that fingernail got popped, I was just like, oh, I felt like I could relate to that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep. That was
so there you go. Passed out on a German lady.
Yep. It was
a pretty weird experience.
I already knew, like right when you said, I'm like, all right, I'm here. Okay, next one. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're surviving on an island with one person. Who would you choose for your survival partner?
I would choose
Ace Ventura or Dwight Schrute. I felt like when I came up with this question, I was like, these are two equally qualified and equally.
At this point, I'm just thinking who would be less annoying for the duration.
But they're equally annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, as you think, Ace Ventura or Dwight Schrute?
I'm going with Dwight. I feel like Ace, I'd want to punch him in the face. I don't know. Like I'd take Dwight. And I feel like Dwight might have some useful skills.
Yeah.
Survival skills.
What would those skills be, do you think?
I don't know. How to kill a bear.
That's true. Yeah, you could do that.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
I feel like Dwight would not be my choice at all.
I feel like he's at least
if I've been dead, you guys have been dead for weeks.
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. I think I would have done Ace Ventura personally for these reasons.
Why Ace?
He's a friend of all animals, so he can basically tame any animal. He could teach lions how to go hunt for me or something. Maybe. Otherwise, either way, I think anything short of bats, I think he's going to be able to get me some get me some food.
I wanted to say I would have wanted this person who survived on that island previous to me getting there.
That's a really good answer.
Because that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I didn't know I don't know why.
I would never think of that. I'd like that person who survived last, please.
Where are they at?
That's not the way I think about those things. The person who did not die previous to me.
Okay, I got here. Okay, so I've got this one for you. What's the grossest thing you've ever seen or the grossest thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh, the grossest thing I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. I have an answer, but I can't say it.
What is it? Whisper it to me.
Whisper.
You tried to make me say I was going to slap my wife.
Say it. I can't say it. I just can't. I can't. It's too much. It's too far.
Be vulnerable. Dude.
No, I can't. This would get
right
R-rated real quick.
Oh.
Ugh. The grossest thing I've ever seen, or what was the question again?
The grossest thing you've ever seen, or the grossest thing that's ever happened to you?
One of the grossest things that I've ever seen. I'll say the grossest thing that's ever happened to me. So, grossest thing that's ever happened to me, it was a youth group, obviously. So, I'm at a Christian youth group, and this is what happens.
Youth groups are messed up
dude,
with that gross, weird
so
stuff.
Gross. I still get
I watched some youth group kids pass around a pop bottle, spitting into it, and one kid drank it at the end of it.
There we go. That's basically my story. So,
shut up!
So, we're at this youth conference thing. And they bring these youth kids up. They're like, we're going to give a $20 McDonald's card. And I'm just like.
Which is like the equivalent of $1 million.
Yeah, before inflation, of course.
Of course.
So they bring me and my friend up. And my friend comes up. And they're like, okay, who wants to sit in the chair? And I'm like, you can sit in the chair, Josh. And I'm just like, you son of a... Josh. I wish I should have been in that seat. so they bring
my chair,
they
Josh.
bring up to everybody lemons, water, and sugar. And so they say, okay, you're gonna make lemonade in your friend's mouth. You're gonna squeeze lemons, water, and sugar into their mouth. They're gonna swish it around, and they're gonna spit it out into a 32-ounce big gulp from 7-Eleven, and then you're gonna drink all of it.
Why?
I get sick even saying it. So
is there if you know of any place other than a youth group where this kind of stuff happens?
Prison.
Just just put it in the comments. Like, no, I've never gone to a church, and I was at this place, and they were like, let's do something weird.
Yeah, please put that in the comments if there is another location.
I've never ever in my life come across any other experiences outside of church youth groups that are like just disgusting.
Yeah, lawsuit level disgusting. Yeah, so
like you need antibiotics when you're done doing something in a youth group, like icebreaker.
Dude, it was awful. So he filled it up to the brim, and like the worst part is his head's back like this, and then he's going like split it, and then he hawked up a couple loogies, and I had to drink those.
Did you drink it?
I drank them.
You can do that, but you passed out watching a movie?
Dude, I couldn't do that now. Now that I'm a grown adult and I understand how all this works.
I got something for you.
Okay.
I was working in the ICU, and I was getting trained. It was when I was just starting out, and I had my preceptor was with me. And there's the thing you have to do if somebody's like, if they're intubated and they have a peg tube.
What's that?
Well, you give them like tube feeding, or even they have tube feeding. So you give them like the stuff, and it goes in their stomach.
The yogurt.
No, it's like this. It's like an Ensure or something. Not Ensure, but it's like so. Anyways, at the beginning of the shift, you have to like check it, like make sure that their stomach's processing the stuff. So you draw it out. Like you have this huge syringe. So you pull it out of their stomach.
Out of their stomach?
And you're measuring it. So Halida was talking to me, and I was the one doing it. And she was at the computer, and I just remember I'm like pulling everything out, and I measure. I tell her how much stomach residual is there.
Oh.
There's a stopcock on the thing. Don't you leave. Don't you leave. And you sit right there. This is your chair, Josh. And the lady was talking, and I was new, and I hooked this. It's like a 60 cc syringe. And I
have
put
no
it onto
grid
it.
for that.
It's a lot. It's a syringe like this
You're
big
speaking
around.
medical
like this.
terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, I go and I plug it in. I'm going to just give them back their gastric juices. And I'm not talking, thank God. I push it, and it's like not going, so I just give it a little more. I had the stupid stopcock closed, and it just blew out, covered my face. Like my glasses were dripping with brown gastric fluids, and it was just on my mouth. And I was just like,
oh, no.
And I had my lips closed. And Halida was like just talking. And I'm just like, so I just set everything down. and just turned around and walked into the patient bathroom and just washed my face. Like I just was like drenching my face, took my glasses off. And then I come out of the bathroom and Alita finally turns around and I'm just wet. Like from everything, from the water, from the juices. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I just sprayed that all over my face. That was gross. That
is gross.
That was gross.
That is top tier gross. Oh.
Nurse life,
short
baby.
of
Hashtag
poop. That's
nurse
just
life.
below getting poop.
That's why I got out of the ICU, people.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
I worked there for like a year and a half, but that was a gross one.
Oh.
But what do you got?
Okay.
Is it your turn? Yeah, because that was my question.
Okay. This next one's also involves Kate. I'm going to do two in a row because they're both funny. Okay,
right.
so first one, also Kate. Would you rather that Kate would laugh uncontrollable? Would you rather Kate laugh uncontrollably every time she sees you naked, or cry every time she sees you naked? Oh, crying tears.
You had all day to work on this.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I was like, these are gonna run him over.
Okay.
What would you rather do, Kate? Comment below.
Kate's giving
laugh uncontrollably or cry every time.
I'm gonna go with cry because I feel like laughing would just be too like emotionally traumatic for me. Like I feel like if she was crying, I could at least pretend like it was like tears of joy.
Not just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Next question. Was this too personal?
No, that was fun.
Okay, I'll ask one more.
Okay.
No, you ask one more.
Okay, here's one. What's the most expensive thing that your kids have broken that's yours?
It's too recent, Nate. I
know.
don't like this.
I wasn't sure if I knew it, but go ahead. I want to hear it so I feel better about myself.
Yeah, the most expensive thing that my kids have
We were going to do a topic called Why You Can't Have Nice Things.
Oh, this will be in that episode
show a picture
for sure.
of all of our kids.
Do you see how fast I went from pure joy to just anger?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Scarlett, who is just... She's
a gem.
She's a gem. She's my princess. She is an artist and a leader.
She's going to be.
Yeah. She likes to work with her hands.
Hands-on kind of gal.
Yeah. So Lydia's painting our house or helping paint some trim and stuff like that. And one day Scarlett goes out into our garage and finds one of those like driveway reflector things. Yeah. Says, let's go into the garage and let's draw all over our brand new van, brand new Honda Odyssey. And
children are a blessing from the Lord.
Sometimes they do things that make you want to kill them.
Wouldn't trade them for the world.
Yes. And yeah, so she scratched the whole back end of our van all on the side. So deep down, there's no way to touch it up. I'm going to cry now. And it's
I would have cried
real
when I bought
bummer.
the minivan.
Yeah. Why am I in this van? Okay.
That's where I am.
Next question. I want to get away from my misery.
Okay.
You're stranded on a desert island, and you can pick one song and one book to bring with you. What would those be? Tick tock, tick tock.
One song?
This is a very get to know you question. Fine, I'll change the song.
I would need a song. No. I'm going to pick a song. I'm going to pick a song that I don't know.
I don't know that song.
Here's this. Okay, let me just think for a second. I got to try to think this through for a second. Song choice. It's going to have to be, I'm going to go with, I think it's White Snake. I think it's Drifter.
Okay. I was almost expecting, here comes the sun.
I made up my mind.
Okay.
I need something to keep me pumped up. Because I'd be sad.
Yeah. If you did Here Comes the Sun, it would be every single day. Here comes the sun. You'd be like, stupid sun.
Just throwing rocks at the sun. Yeah, I want something that's going to pump me up.
Okay. I like that.
And then I feel like it's been a classic-ish this long. So what's another 30 years? And then a book, I'm going to go with JC.
I've never heard of that book.
Bible.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna go with that one because there's like 66 books within the one book.
Okay. Next question. I have one more. No, I got one for you. Okay. Next question. You have been blessed with one wonderful superpower, and you have to choose one of these. First one is every time you fart, a little man in a one-man band instrument thing,
like a Dr. Seuss guy?
Yeah, like the like every part of his all of his legs are moving and everything's making noise. Every single time you fart, a one-man band man walks into the room and announces to the room that you just farted. Or every single time someone else farts within 50 feet, you taste tomatoes in your mouth.
Oh, that could be terrible.
Cringe. He doesn't like tomatoes. If you've never watched if you've never listened to our past podcasts, Nate hates tomatoes. I also hate tomatoes.
Dude, I'm going with the tomatoes because at least I can keep that one to myself. You know what I mean? I just be like every 1 minute, just like throwing up in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, who's doing that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the tomato taste because I mean. Sometimes I toot a little here and there, and I don't want to be called out on it.
Nate Thompson just farted. Everyone,
look up ahead.
Look up.
Hear ye. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the tomatoes.
Okay, I like that. Cool.
What would you do? I feel like you'd like the one-man band guy. You'd be kind of like, I did.
I think
pull out your own little flute.
I would probably do the one-man band thing, but no, actually I probably wouldn't because I think people fart when they sleep, so that would suck. You're just like, oh gosh. Yeah, if it didn't affect you during your sleep, then yes, I would do the one-man band because every single time you'd come out, I'd be like, who did this? Who paid for this guy? That's hilarious.
These guys, like, man, he farts a lot.
I would.
He's here a lot.
He's here a lot. I don't know who it is.
I don't know who keeps paying.
It's pretty hilarious, though.
It's getting old, right?
Yeah.
All right, question for you, which actually is kind of funny because it comes off of one of the questions I already asked you.
Okay.
When was the last time you passed out?
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, I was at the doctor getting a blood draw. And so here,
okay,
if you're a medical worker of any kind,
embarrassing
if somebody tells you,
it's embarrassing to me how much Ethan passes out. You guys, I can't tell him anything about my job.
Ago.
I can't talk to you about anything.
Your job involves arteries and like.
I started just talking about something that I thought was really neat that happened the other day at work, and he was like, "I'm getting hot. I can't talk about this," and just walked away
because nobody else talks about arteries. Like you're like literally like, yeah. I cut open somebody's artery, blood was flying everywhere.
No, I had my finger over the little guy.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
2 years ago.
So 2 years ago, I was at the doctor, basically told them I am going to pass out if you do the blood draw. If I'm sitting up, I need to lay down. They said, we don't do people laying down anymore. And I'm like, that's crap because I've gotten my blood drawn before and you let me lay down. So that's stupid. She was just being lazy.
Or she was like, you're grown.
She was a Karen. She was a Karen of a nurse. Okay?
She was like, you're grown. You can sit here.
Yeah. She's like, you're a grown man. I'm like, shut up, Karen.
Shut up, Karen. This lays down on the floor. Shut up,
Karen. So like Karen, she came up, started drawing my blood. She's putting the vials of blood like right in my face.
This
and so, and I told her, I was like, I'm gonna pass out. She's like, you're gonna be okay, whatever. And I'm like, okay. Boom! Just like I don't even remember seeing the gray come in. I was just out, I landed on the ground underneath of the seat I was sitting in, and I was shaking uncontrollably, and then I threw up. That was the first time that passing out made me throw up. I got home and I threw up.
To your credit, I'm going to say this. I feel like sometimes we as healthcare workers say things that are just dumb.
Stupid.
We'll say this at work to people, like, just breathe.
That doesn't
I said to my coworkers, if I ever come in here having a heart attack and you tell me to just breathe, I'm going to blast you. Like, what do you think I'm trying to do?
Stop breathing,
what do you
sir.
think I'm trying to do, dummy? And I'm just like, just breathe.
Just breathe. It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
I want to just apologize to everybody
Thank
on
you.
behalf of healthcare workers. Yeah, sometimes we do say stupid stuff because we deal with stupid stuff.
So
okay.
Last question here that we're gonna end on a strong note.
I got one that I feel like I'm gonna end with first.
Well,
when was the last time you almost crapped your pants?
I don't know.
Probably sooner than we want to know.
Probably this morning. Lydia was like, "I'm pregnant." I was like, "Oh no." Not really. Kidding. I don't actually remember. No. Yeah, I don't remember. I've never really had issues there with that scenario. And I'm being totally honest. I really can't remember.
I had myself in a precarious situation once.
Okay. Why don't you just give that information up? I could tell you the last time I probably peed the bed, but
one time I don't think I should share this story.
Is it too much?
It's a long story. It's a lot of details.
Everybody comment below if you're like...
If you want a bonus episode, I'll give that to you. But I'm going to need I need at least 30 to 40 people wanting a bonus episode on this story because it's pretty intense.
If we get 30 people to comment on this episode and we get, watch this, 100 likes on this episode, just 100, that's not that much, 100 likes on YouTube, then we will do that episode. Okay? There's your challenge.
I was just say I could drive.
Okay. So, would you rather, this is the last one, would you rather
we both
find someone else's hair in every single meal you eat, or have in every 1 in 5 drinks that you drink, have somebody spit in it?
I'll take the hair.
Okay, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something gross about spit.
I mean, there's sometimes I have eaten something once, and have you ever like oh, there's a hair there, and you start pulling it out, and it's just like you're like a clown.
I forgot.
It's just like, ooh, you can like feel it coming out of your throat. I've been there.
I didn't read the spit was you didn't know it was there. You won't know when the 1 in every 5 is there.
I don't like that because it's just like DNA. There's like goodies in saliva. I don't want that. Hair's just dirty, like maybe. And a lot of times people wash their hair every day. So, I mean, a lot of the times the hair, I'll take the hair.
Okay.
You?
Dude, when I find
be oblivious. You're like that guy in the Matrix that just wants to go back.
I don't want the blue pill. I'll take that red pill, please.
No, but I know this steak isn't real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Morpheus, like if he just took it, be like, I'll take the blue pill or with the red pill, whatever one it was. And he's like, well, no, you should really take the other one. No, I'm happy. I'm happy being my own illusion.
See you later.
Bye bye. I'll probably do the hair too. Just because the problem though here lies in that sometimes when you have hair, my issue is when you bite into food and hair comes out where it's not like, oh, I found a hair. There it is.
I don't know that I've ever. Oh, where it's like in your mouth.
Yeah, where you're like eating and then you're like, oh no.
Yeah. That's the weird one when you pull it out and it just keeps coming out. Like I've had that experience. Like, but some I'm just like, I don't know. I still eat. Sometimes I don't know. I'm just pretty gross. I had somebody else's stomach juices.
It's all protein.
I had somebody else's stomach juices on my face. You think I care about a hair?
Well, it's got DNA and goodies all up in it.
I kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, you just said the spit's got DNA in it. What is hair?
My lips were sealed. I wasn't talking. It didn't go in my mouth.
Okay. Now I read through all of mine, so now I'm just going to ask you my very last question, since I can.
Go ahead.
Would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour?
I'd fly. I just cruise.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'll be over there. I'll be there in a couple hours.
A couple. You're just up in the sky.
Like, oh, there he is.
There he is.
45 minutes later. Yeah. No, he's coming.
Smaller for sure.
But he turned around. Yeah, I would fly.
Okay. I like that.
Would you take the 100 miles an hour?
I don't know. That one's when I wrote that one down, I was like, this is a hard one for me because like I like to get things done fast, but being able to get up high would be really nice.
Because then in the evenings, I would just fly around with Kate, like throw on my back. I'm like, let's go for
your magic carpet.
I don't know.
I can show you the world.
Shining.
No, stop. You're going to demonetize us.
Okay. Previous episode.
It was okay for the first little bit, but stop it.
Whole new world.
Stop. Okay.
Yeah, I'd fly around slowly.
Okay. I think I would probably do the 100 miles per hour because I feel like I could get way more done.
You'd fall a lot. I feel like you'd fall a lot. You tripped on the way around your own barn walking.
I didn't trip. I broke my ankle.
That would be the longest skid slide. And I'd be like, I'm coming.
Don't worry, I'm on my way.
Is he even moving? Okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in today.
Yeah,
love you guys.
If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or any of the other podcast places, go check us out on YouTube. We have a YouTube show. That's where primarily we're wanting you to go watch our stuff.
The new hub for this wheel, my friends.
It is. So get with it, guys. Get onto YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. In our videos and our material and our content and some of the things we will eventually be selling to you will be delivered to you directly.
Yes.
So hit that like button if you like this episode. Hit that subscribe button. And most of all, share it with your friends because that helps YouTube say, hey, there's something super cool happening at Full Sun Living. Let's put it in front of more people.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.